Welcome, American citizens, to the Manifest Media Minute, because reality is the original fake news. I'm your host, News Anchor 5. News Anchor 4 was arrested earlier this evening for reporting news that the Manifest Party later decided wasn't true.
Wait, what? No,
July 11th, 3018.
I didn't do it.
Tonight, we bring you an in-depth look at the recent attacks on Washington, D.C. While the nation still reels from the devastation and the death toll has yet to be confirmed, the Manifest is ready to pass judgment on those responsible, a group the nation has dubbed the DC-3. On this, the eve of their sentencing, we take a look back at the twisted path that led them to commit the worst attack in Manifest history. Our story begins in an abandoned bunker, the sinister headquarters of what is known as Unfollow the Revolution, a subversive broadcast created by terrorist mastermind Tag Yolo Johnson. The name Unfollow is a reference to the mythological, and officially non-existent, resistance group of the same name. To further his evil agenda, Mr. Johnson abducted and brainwashed two unfortunate lackeys, a rightfully abandoned Nick Cage clone named UX-81, and a practically unknown man named Jack. Jack what? Just Jack. This dark trinity spread misinformation and lies and what they called breaking news, interviewed members of the depraved liberal elite, and frequently kidnapped beautifully perfect Manifest citizens such as Swaggy Toots and even the potential heir to the Puppet Master family, Ransom. Tag, traitor that he is, would frequently discuss illicit media that was justifiably dubbed too seditious by your government protectors. Unfollow was running amok from their ivory tower of the dilapidated bunker, that is until America's sweetheart Natalie got on their trail. With the assistance of producer Dan Gray, Natalie blew up Unfollow's bunker, and the three scattered into the darkness like the democratic cockroaches they are. The nightmare, however, was just beginning. More on that nightmare after this commercial break.
On the next episode of Ultra Revolution Fighters Alpha.
George Washington, at last we meet again.
I cannot tell a lie. I'm about to bust your ass in half, son.
By George, they've thrown our tea into space.
I've reached my final form. Peak capitalism.
Hey America, sorry to interrupt your government-mandated media time, but this is Melinda with Unfollow, the actual resistance movement. Unfollow, not to be confused with the amateur broadcast show Unfollow the Revolution. We've hijacked this feed to make a couple of important corrections. First, Jack, UX813121, and Tag Yolo Thompson, not Johnson. He worked for the Manifest as an art sanitizer before those two idiots kidnapped him. Sorry, getting off track. The DC-3 are not in any way affiliated with our movement, never have been, are not now. In fact, they are using my voice from another broadcast without my written or verbal consent, and if we weren't all illegal organizations, we'd be suing for copyright infringement. We here at The Real Unfollow do not condone most of their actions. We do not support the destruction of cities, kidnapping children, or impersonating Make-A-Wish Foundation. Wait, they did that? Mm-hmm. Jesus. Second, from a branding standpoint, their show has a terrible name. Are they encouraging you to stop following the revolution? Are they suggesting that their show is Unfollow the Revolution because it's already a thing? We're Unfollow the Revolution. You can't name a show after a thing that already exists. Third, oh yeah, we're totally real. Despite the Manifest claiming otherwise, there's definitely an underground resistance movement named Unfollow. Back to you, propaganda man.
The power to pardon was in you all along, Richard Nixon.
Welcome back to the Manifest Media Minute. Following the destruction of their bunker, the terrorist organization... Wait, what?
Held it! Damn it! Bob, secure the channel.
Sorry, citizens, I was just informed that we had some technical difficulty during the break. You just saw the preview for a new show. My Neighbor the Traitor, which will probably be canceled due to the lead actress being too old to star in a sitcom. So, following the destruction of their headquarters, Tag led his terrorist organization even further underground. These masters of disguise blended perfectly into normal society, becoming virtually invisible to evade capture. Despite their cunning, Natalie pursued them relentlessly on her hit show, Natalie on the Attackally. America watched helplessly as the fugitives evaded capture time and again. During this cross-country flight from justice, the DC-3 continued to strike at the very heart of America. They created the superweapon, giant robot Elo Prime. They massacred a TV audience on Good Morning literally everyone. They radicalized a group of cannibal mutants from the Blue Waste. And while it is still unclear exactly what happened in LA, we're pretty sure they are responsible for it. All of this culminating, of course, in last week's attack on our nation's capital. Close to 1 million in casualties, trillions of dollars in damage, the destruction of the Washington Monument, the Lincoln Memorial, the White House, and the Arlington Trump Memorial Golf Course. First responders from the National Thoughts and Prayers organization immediately sprung into action, publicly telling everyone how awful they felt about it. Just awful. While relief efforts should be starting sometime soon, FEMA has created a GoFundMe for the victims. Viewers, I've just been handed a newly released transcript of the arrest of the DC-3. Until now, the circumstances surrounding their apprehension have been carefully guarded. When we return, I will share the details of this new report.
Every bottle begins as an irradiated cloud high above Michigan. Acidic rain falls into Flint River, slowly filtered.
Hi, America. Melinda again. Sorry to bother you, but I wouldn't have to if some so-called news anchors weren't bad at fact-checking. Too old my ass. First off, Natalie isn't some god-powered bounty hunter, all right? She's a washed-up child star who turned out to not be cute once she lost all the baby fat. She only hunted them down because they had trackers on them the whole time. Natalie and Dan Gray intentionally let them go to get good ratings by chasing them. Secondly, the manifest is giving way too much credit to the DC-3. The Yellow Bots are actually centuries old. They were all rusting in a garbage dump. And the mutants? Look, if they're guilty of anything, it's being concerned about their friends. And maybe a little cannibalism, like just enough to get by on. Don't let yourself be fooled, America. And as for LA, we don't actually know what happened in LA either. Yeah, they probably did do that, whatever the hell it was. All right, back to some bald guy in a cheap suit that used to fit him so he can lie to you some more.
Unnatural river water.
What do you mean we can't trace that feed? Bob, I am going to take those headphones and I am going to shove them right up your... And we're back. Folks, we hope you enjoyed that trailer for the upcoming film Lonely Spinster Decides That Cats Will Fill the Void in Her Sad, Sad Life, coming out in December. The transcript of the DC-3 arrest has been made exclusively available to us for your viewing pleasure. After their rampage through beloved celebrity The Rock Omama's bunker, no doubt full of high-octane thrills and explosive production value, it seemed that they then surrendered themselves willingly to one Bellatrix? Who placed them under citizen's arrest after talking about her feelings.
Bob, what the hell is this?
Sorry about that. That was just far too even-handed and diplomatic to be true. Oh, look, on the back here. Yes. What actually happened was that there was a bunch of Space Force Marines with sweet katanas. Right? So the DC-3 run at them and call out their evil friends to help. And a bunch of LOs and mutants and, there are explosions everywhere and guts are flying when all of a sudden President Chaz rappels down from Party Blimp 1 and uses sweet karate to save the day because he's that gosh darn good.
Fuck you, Trevor! Literally, everything after feelings is so wrong, I can't even explain how wrong it is. Bite me, asshat.
You too, Melinda. The DC-3 have been in custody for the past week while the High Inquisitor reviews their case and decides their punishment. We go live to that sentencing.
Would the room please come to order?
Everybody stifle down just a little bit there, you know.
Inside voices, y'all. Inside voices.
Oh, yeah.
After a week of deliberation, I believe we have reached a sentencing.
Yeah, the three of us have listened very carefully to all the recordings of Unfollow, and I have to say I thought it was a poorly executed and even more poorly thought out show.
Yeah, I gotta say, you know, sometimes there were some highs, sometimes there were some lows, and I feel like continuity-wise, there were a few missed beats there. But
Which is very surprising given that it was all real.
yeah, truth is stranger than fiction.
I really talked through most of it, so...
You did not shut up once. It was very annoying.
Yeah.
Well, I thought maybe we could sort of commentate on it, as a live sort of thing. A riff track.
I see where you were going, and it just wasn't working. You're not a funny man.
I mean, it was all audio, so I mean, how do you audio on top of the audio? It's the whole thing there.
Well, I'm not the one on trial here.
My mouse.
It's you three.
Oh, yeah. Hey, sorry. So we're free to go, right? You've heard everything. You can definitely tell it wasn't our fault. We didn't mean to do, especially me. I was kidnapped. I didn't mean to do any
All right,
of that.
hold your horses there. All right. We've been deliberating for a week now. We listened to all your hoo-ha and your hachimamis. And we, the High Inquisitors, have come to a conclusion.
It seems that since y'all were so publicly subversive and you've become national celebrities, we can't just execute you because you might be martyrs. I don't know.
Yeah, we can't have you. We can't have you on a nice mural in an inner city or something like that. That's not going to look too good. So we had an idea.
Yeah, I'm quite proud of it. In fact, it took us a whole 2 hours out of the week to come up with it. But we decided that it would be better if you changed your perspective publicly.
That's right. Heretofore, it has been announced that there will be a formation of a new hit reality TV show for the Manifest America.
We're tentatively calling it America's Biggest Traitor. And basically, it's going to take you inside what happens in one of our beloved Manifest re-education camps.
Ooh, so you guys are supposed to be going like, ooh, It's going to be a big deal.
Okay, I'm pretty excited about this, actually.
I can't wait to watch it.
No, I've always wanted to be in a re-education camp. Can I transfer credits in due to my lifetime of loyalty to the Manifest? I mean, I think I can...
Don't be a suck-up. Look, how long is this going to take, all right? I mean, re-education, slap on the wrist, whatever. Like, I have a sandwich club card that's going to run out in, like, 2 months, so...
We're thinking of starting out with just like a 10-episode first season, just kind of a mid-season start, trial run, see how that goes.
So, like, there'll be new traders later on, after we graduate?
Oh, we haven't thought through the concept too much, but yeah, probably traders be coming in and out. Y'all can meet them. And
we could be potentially brought back in future seasons after being ready.
Are we going to be like mentor traders? I mean, I can do that. I mean, it's fine. I like to think of myself as a mentor to all the little kids out there, I guess. That came out wrong.
Well, as long as I'm not being recloned, I think I'm good with this.
Well, you know, I mean, the important thing is there, champ. Doesn't really matter if you're okay with it, because...
that is not part of our concern at all.
It's mandatory.
Absolutely mandatory.
Look at his eye. It's twitching over there. Oh, look at him.
I mean... Well, there's been plenty of things that have been mandatory that the three of us have ignored, so...
All right. I sketched this out on a cocktail napkin around about, 18 hours into our thing about it. And I was like, these guys' voices, oh boy, I wish their heads would explode. So, how about we put some implants in their necks there, and if they do something we don't like or try and run away, pop goes the weasel, except the weasel is actually their heads.
Yes, that's fantastic.
Completely agree.
All right.
I in fact got 3 of those for a stocking stuffer, and last Christmas I don't know what to do with them.
Why is it more humane to blow up our heads instead of just separating us? I'm just curious. I mean, I don't...
We have studied the law very
We
carefully.
absolutely know the answer to the question you just asked.
100%.
But remember, you don't ask questions here. We're the Inquisitors.
Overruled. I know law. I crushed that.
Okay, so I think this we're done here.
We're done here. Sentence formalized.
All right, next up on the docket we have the trial of Dan Gray and Natalie. Now they have been accused of treason, so we clearly have them on audio talking about working with Melinda, I guess, from Unfollow,
Yeah, we do have that there on tape there.
However,
and letting fugitives go. So,
I do believe we'll need to take a week to deliberate.
oh, I don't even know if we need to do that. Dan Gray is sidebarred with me and told me he'll be using the Helsinki defense, where if you're caught on audio committing treason, you can just insert N''T into any word you want.
Yeah.
And say that's what you meant to say. And if you do that enough, I mean, honestly, that recording just sounds perfect.
That's good. That's an open and shut right there.
Yeah, very clever.
Well, you know what I think that ruling gave us? A week off.
Oh, I love it.
Probably shouldn't have said that during the press conference.
Wow! In a manifest first, we are going to have a chance to see inside a re-education camp. A brilliant historic ruling. Stay tuned next for a new episode of Rich People Deserve Everything They Have Because They're Better Than You, Kids Edition. For Manifest Media Minute, I'm News Anchor 5, and everything you just heard is true. Unless the Manifest decides otherwise later.